I have no idea.
Are you the voice of the oracle? Are we not seeing you today?
Nobody wants to see me today.
So you're not being transparent like the card.
I'll hop on for a second.
Okay.
Hi.
There she is. So hello everybody. Oh, this is going to be an interesting deck of the week, if ever there was one. We are doing the Transparent Tarot. Now, Sharon and I, we both own a copy of this deck. It comes nicely packaged. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in, and you get a very nice book actually with it. It's a really decent book, you know, with a lot of kind of I can't explanations. There's like plenty in there, and I actually think you do need the book because a lot of these cards, because it's the transparent tarot, I can't say it, are just symbols, and you can be in some doubt which card it is. So even if it's just to kind of identify that it is the card you think it is, you need the book, I think, with this one. It comes with this white cloth that I've got the Ace of Wands on at the moment, and it's by an artist called Emily Carding. So I wouldn't mind just talking a little bit about the concept of the deck before we go into, you know, showing the cards. But it is what it is, the Transparent Tarot.
Really unique.
I mean, like literally, the cards are totally transparent. And you do need the white cloth behind them. You couldn't put it on a coloured cloth at all. Like it has to come. It's good that it comes with the white cloth, but it is a transparent deck. And I think it's a very interesting concept because we will show this sort of later on in this video. But you would kind of, I think, on smaller readings, do the cards on top of each other so they kind of they show through. I mean, that's the kind of, I don't know whether you want to call it the gimmick of the deck or the concept of the deck, but I rather like it. It's got something ethereal about it.
It's an incredible deck, not only for reading, and it takes a lot of practice because it's a truly different concept, but it's a really good deck for understanding blends of cards, how cards communicate.
Yes, exactly. It would be a really good practice deck to sort of just work with yourself, you know, because you literally see the pictures all together. We will show that as we go along. So we're going to do like a flip through, and you'll see that some of the images are really, really minimal.
I like the minimalism
really
of them
minimal.
too. Yeah.
It has to be in order for it to kind of like do what's on the box, in order for it to kind of, you know, to blend them all together. So the aces are all quite bold and quite obvious. There's no hands in any of the aces, but you can just see the sort of the singularity and the bold image. So that's the Ace of Wands. Okay, now we have the Two of Wands. So it's very, very simple, but it's interesting because in this Two of Wands, there are two characters. There are two people that she's chosen to show. So there you have the Two of Wands, which kind of looks like two people ready to kind of confront each other in some way, it feels like.
It does.
The Three of Wands, again, she's put three people in it, but they seem to have a common cause. That's what that feels like with them all, you know. Do you know what that looks like to me? You know, on bonfire night, or when you've got fireworks and you're trying to light your sparklers off of each other's sparklers.
Yeah.
It looks a bit like that to me. Okay, here comes the Four of Wands.
Oh.
And I kind of like that because the two ones at the top do look like a sort of a roof, just the way that they're there. I can sort of see that. I also think it's interesting how the two people join at the bottom. Do you see what I'm saying? There's something in that whole image.
Yeah, that's teamwork if ever there was.
Yeah.
They even mirror each other.
And it almost looks like there's a face in between them. You know, the way their arms
Oh,
are. It looks
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like, I think they're really, really interesting choices. Okay, the Five of Wands. Now, this is very interesting. So, here, instead of having five people, where she's got lots of people in the cards that normally only have one, she's got one person here who's doing kind of circus skills, like juggling or whatever. But there's something called like I can't remember what it's called now. There is a juggling item that you can buy with sticks. So yeah,
Oh,
it's got
okay.
a name and I can't remember it, but yeah. Okay, now no, Six of Wands. I get that. I get that. He looks kind of victorious, you know. It's like
Yeah, he
I've won.
does.
Yeah, I did it. Clever me, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's,
yay,
it's
yep.
triumphant. Okay. So the Seven of Wands,
Ooh,
I think
I
that's
like that.
awesome. I really love it. So instead of them coming up at him from the bottom, but they're still coming at him from the side here. I think it's a great, great image.
It
Yeah,
really is. Although I would totally, all of these so far would have an incredibly different
definitely.
interpretation than the basic Rider Waite. I
I know
love
it's fantastic,
that.
isn't it? Is it Harry Potter? Is it Quidditch? I mean, it's marvelous. The fact that there is a kind of like, a person in the image as well taking flight, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we've got now the 9. So once again, I mean, I'm not so much seeing exactly the same as the traditional Rider Waite, but I am seeing one of the wands has been sort of chosen and brought forward. It feels like, it's almost like someone's putting their case forward, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much less
Yes, that's
defensive
the word.
and
Yeah. And
yeah.
just incidentally, I don't know if people have noticed as I've been going along, but you've got the number of the card in the column down the side on the left, and then you've got the suit on the right. Can you see it at the bottom?
I
Yeah.
can.
So that follows through on all of the minors. Right. So now the Ten of Wands.
Oh wow. Oh
I know.
wow.
It's great, isn't it? It is
Yes.
backbreaking.
It just fascinates me how so few lines can say so much.
Definitely. Definitely. And then we get to the court card. So we've got the Page of Wands. So she's definitely kind of like gone very obviously childlike with the pages. I would say that's probably a little girl. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that is definitely a child. I like
yeah.
that.
I mean, it's got,
And I like the
go on.
the way the wand is so small as well.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, it has got very, very little in it, the page. It's just a little child holding a wand, end of, with the P at the side. The Knight, there's no horse. Knight of Wands. There's something kind of respectful about him, isn't it? Like him kneeling there like that, holding the wand.
Yeah. And he's still like he's not quite a child, but he does seem like a young man.
Yes,
Like that
yes,
youthfulness.
definitely. It's got a young quality about it, but it definitely feels like he is about to go and do something. He's about to
Yeah.
go on his mission. That's how that feels to me. Queen of Wands.
Ooh. She's beautiful.
Yes, she is. And I don't know, she's got that coy sort of look to the side. It's like, yeah, I know you're there.
Yeah,
I don't know. She's knowing, isn't she?
she is. And so graceful.
Yeah, Yeah, so that's the Queen. No cat.
No cat.
And the King of Wands.
Now, I can't decide whether he looks defensive or like he's instructing.
I don't know.
I
I don't
guess it
know.
would
I mean,
depend on the
yeah.
situation and the intuition.
I mean, she has got the I will put these two on top of each other. She has got the king and the queen. Well, I'm saying that they're facing each other. They're actually not if you put them on top of each other.
That's almost like, oh, you watch those the fight movies or the kung fu movies, and they fight back to back. They've got each other's backs.
That's true. And their bodies actually blend into one. It's quite sexy in a way, but their heads are facing in opposite directions from the way that it's positioned.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from the wands, here come the pentacles. So Ace of Pentacles, nice big pentacle. It's
Striking.
very striking. It's green, it's sort of leafy looking, so it's earthy looking. That's it. Simple.
I really
Okay.
do love the simplicity of
I
these.
know. That's what I like. That's one of my most impressive things about this deck. Now, the two,
Ooh. Quite different than the Rider-Waite. He's
yeah,
well grounded.
yes, yeah. But it does look like someone doing yoga
Yeah.
and someone who's, I don't know. I
Disciplined.
think grounded is a really good word for it. Okay, here comes the Three of Pentacles. It's really interesting to see the difference between someone sitting in a lotus position and someone kneeling with kind of two pentacles behind, whatever that means. I mean, that could be work that's already been accomplished. It could be things that this character is looking after that are behind him, considering something new or
I
working with something new. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it as being so focused on what's in his hand that he's ignoring the two behind him, almost a Five of Cups feel.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay. So the Three of Pentacles. No, sorry, the Four of Pentacles. That was the three. I mean, look how cool he is.
Oh wow.
He
Uh,
just posture. It just feels like a really different character to the Rider-Waite Four of Pentacles, where that person's sitting there being all clingy. This one
yeah.
feels kind of cool. It's like.
All the things we can do with this.
I
Yeah.
know. It's great. Okay. Five of Pentacles.
Ooh. Such simple lines. Speak. The body posture.
Yeah. It,
Wow.
yeah, I know. I think there's been a lot of study on body language to come up with this deck, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think of the Five of Pentacles with the people feeling very sort of, sad and sorry, and this does have that sort of drooping over sort of quality, but at the same time, it doesn't feel so. It just feels a bit unhappy. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't feel as dramatically bad as the Rider-Waite Five of Pentacles.
And the way the pinnacles loom over her,
I
those
know.
could either be sheltering or oppressive.
Exactly. It could be like I'm just up to my eyes in debt, and you
Ugh,
know,
yeah.
it's yeah. Six of Pentacles.
Love.
Isn't it gorgeous? Six. I mean, it's just lovely.
And I, A lot of times I rely on expression, facial expression to get the feel of something. There are no faces in this card, but the
No,
body language is so well represented that we don't need facial expression.
no, it's great.
Mm.
I mean, this is without even getting to the fact that it's the transparent tarot. It's just that it's had to be done this way in order to then do the transparent bit, which we will get to. Seven of Pentacles. I mean, this just feels so different. That feels quite joyous.
Yeah.
It does feel like that person is really into, whatever they're making or doing with those pentacles.
Yeah, it does.
Eight of Pentacles.
Oh, wow, the balance.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
That's
really,
a work of art.
yeah. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles. I love this one.
Yeah.
There's such a difference to her lounging around right on her chair of pentacles to the Five of Pentacles that is, like you say, leaning forward with the pentacles leaning over. It's just
Yeah.
got a whole. I mean, let's do it. Let's do the transparent tarot.
Wow.
I know. It's great for contrasting. So, if you had a really, really clear question and you got those two, it's almost like saying, well, you could either be kind of sitting there feeling very pressured by it all, or on the other hand, you could just be living the life of luxury. It's yeah.
I love that ability to blend the cards and see how they speak
Yeah,
to each other. It just really opens a lot of doors.
it definitely does. It really, really does. Okay, so now we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, sorry, the 10.
I really, really like that because he's so much more approachable. He has the feel to me of the old man in the Rider-Waite, but the child is actually, it's not the dog he's touching, he's connecting with that child.
Yeah. I think it's really got to be taken into consideration as well where on the card she's chosen to put the image. I mean, we haven't even talked about reversals. let's leave that for a bit. But in this case, this is right at the top left. So anything else is likely to be to the right of it or below it. And that's going to be relevant, isn't it, when you're blending?
Yeah.
It's in quite a strategic position, I think.
Yeah. I'm wondering if it has any astrological connotations, but I may be getting too complicated there.
Right.
Oh,
So she's a lovely little page. She's a lovely little page, the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles.
yes.
She's
Her
so
little
sweet.
ponytails.
I know. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, very similar to, almost identical, really, to the Knight of Wands. It's just he's got a pentacle in his hand instead, and he's a greeny colour instead of a reddish colour.
He seems a little more where the pay or as you were the Knight of Wands seemed more upright and proud. This one seems more serving.
Yeah, pretty.
I think it's the curve of the hand and the tilt of the head.
Wow, Sharon. Yeah, that's quite a. Yeah, I mean, to put those two on top of each other is, quite. They almost become one, don't they?
Yeah.
Whereas other cards don't. So anyway, that's him. Now we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So again, she's not a million miles from the Queen of Wands. She's got very different hair. I mean, the Queen of Wands has got the short bob, and the Queen of Pentacles has got the long hair.
I see the courts here. I just noticed. I should have noticed it with the wands, but the courts actually have faces.
Yes, they do. And I've got to say, the kings also look very similar as well. I think she's deliberately done the courts very similar to each other, because just to remind you, that was the King of Wands,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the King of Pentacles. Very
Wow,
similar,
yeah.
very similar, just different coloring.
Very, very subtle differences. You'd have to study the hell
Yeah,
out of these court cards.
yeah, exactly. And I kind of like feel, I mean, the court cards can be tricky enough under normal circumstances, but I feel with these, you're going to be relying on the blending and your intuition to kind of really know what the card is saying.
Yeah, and the
So
element.
moving on to the
Ooh,
swords.
I love those
Loving this, you've got the
clouds.
clouds.
That is beautiful.
Very subtle, isn't it? The clouds around it at the bottom.
Yes.
The Two of Swords.
Okay, this is very similar to Rider-Waite. Simple,
Yeah,
but
and it's very similar to the Two of Pentacles. Although the two, in that they're sitting there with the cross.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Although with the Two of Pentacles, he had his arms open, didn't he? With the two pentacles stretched out, whereas
Yeah.
much more closed, like similar to the Rider-Waite.
Yeah.
Okay, the Three of Swords.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, she's got it. I mean, she has actually got the whole essence of the Rider-Waite there, I would say, but with a person in it.
Holy crows, that is truly brutal.
Yep,
Wow, okay.
yep. Okay, Four of Pentacles.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is that as restful as the Rider-Waite? Because I don't know. I mean, look at his feet. His feet are very upright and rigid, aren't they?
Everything about him seems rigid.
It does seem a bit rigor mortisy. But having said that, the swords above him are not pointing towards him. They're pointing upwards and away from him.
Almost like a crown.
Yeah. Yes. And he sort of looks like he's levitating.
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah, you remember that game, or did you ever play that game, Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board, when you were a kid?
I can't say I did.
It's like it was always a pajama party thing where you'd have one kid in the middle laying down, and then you'd have the rest of the kids around them with their two fingers underneath their body, like around their legs, their head, their shoulders, feet, all that. And everybody would be light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, until they lifted you up off the ground with their two fingers.
Wow. No, never.
Oh.
No, I never played that. What have I missed out on?
I grew up with that game.
Maybe I'll have to sort of find someone to try and play that with now. So the Five of Swords. That to me captures a lot of the Five of Swords energy. Although he's looking down, isn't he?
And his swords are broken.
Yeah, I get that though, like with the win some you lose some kind of thing, but he definitely feels more like the victim than the victor.
Yeah, he does. I like that though, because so many people, when I had my Morgan Greer that I read with for forever, I did not realize those other two people were being hurt. I don't even know if they were in the cards.
Right. Yeah.
And sometimes with the Rider-Waite, those two will be the ones that come to the
Oh yeah,
forefront.
definitely. I was just about to say that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks like he's pretty chilling though.
Yeah. So there you've got your 6 of Swords, the 7 of Swords. Yes, absolutely.
I love that. He's just dropping them, leaving a trail.
Yeah, 7 of Swords. Right, here comes the 8.
Ooh, wow. So you can tell I've had very little time to really explore this deck. I think I got them in the mail and looked through them and said I'll get to them as soon as I
Yeah,
can,
yeah.
and promptly forgot that I ordered
I've got
them.
to be honest, I think we should have the courage, both of us, to put this in the bag for the
Ooh.
reading in the dark. Both of
Ah,
us.
okay. I'll do it, but I got to tell you right now, I think this is one that might be
Terrifying.
a little difficult because it's such a unique way of.
Terrifying. So just to let people know who may be watching this, we do an event once a month called Reading in the Dark, where we don't know which deck we will be asked to read from. It's pulled out of a hat.
And
But the
they're
one,
all decks that we have never read with or
yeah,
haven't studied.
exactly, that we're our familiarity is very, very minimal, and that we're scared of reading in front of an audience as well. So
Especially a live one.
yeah, okay.
It may go horribly.
Yes, absolutely. Now look at this.
Oh,
I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
some of these images are just so perfect.
Yeah,
Some of them like, huh? But you know, they're just a different view. Read with the deck you have, but some of them are just
yeah.
perfect.
Here it comes, 10 of Swords.
Oh my God. She is pinned to the wall.
She's pierced, isn't she, all the way through?
Ugh.
I know.
Kind of love that. Again, I'm going to say it again, that the minimalism of it allows your brain to see so much more, the ambiguity of it. It's like
I know.
these are very intuitive friendly.
Yep. Paige. Again, a sweet little girl with a sword.
I'm not real happy about the quartz, but I just think that's because I haven't had a chance to study
Yeah.
them
But
yet.
very similar. You've got your
Yeah.
Page of Swords is pretty much the same as the others. You've got your Queen of Swords, who is gorgeous, but look at her hair. Like, you know, you had the Queen of Wands with the short bob, you had the Queen of Pentacles with the neat plait coming down. This one looks wild, you
Yes,
know?
she does.
Yeah. And the King of Swords is, he looks older than the other two.
All the kings seem to have a sadness to their expression.
It feels a bit like the Queen's rule.
Yeah.
That's how the immediate impression. But anyway, moving on to the cups. I think
Those
that's gorgeous.
colors. Oh my God, the colors.
Yeah, it's just lovely.
This is why it has to be a white cloth.
Oh God, it has to. It just has to. I think she's made some fantastic choices. Like,
Yeah.
having decided to make this deck, I think she's. I love like what she's chosen to do. You know, the Two of Cups. I mean, it's just lovely. That is just lovely. Okay. Three of Cups.
Oh yeah.
See, that's not a million miles different from the Three of Wands, where they were all lighting that fire together. Here, they are all kind of like clinking their glasses together.
The two was similar to the wands as well.
That's right. So I definitely kind of like feel if you had a reading where you were putting cards on top of each other and you had like two threes come up or two twos come up, that'd be very interesting, wouldn't it? So you know, okay, look at that, the Four of Cups.
Wow.
I mean, there is a difference here. Like the character has got a cup in their hand. So they have sort of engaged with one of the cups. They're sitting on the other cup and the two others are behind. The message is sort of different. I mean, they are still chilling out. Look at this, Five
Beautiful.
of Cups.
I would be so sad to see the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles together.
Yes, yes. Awful. I agree. But is that just me? Or has she got 3 cups behind her and 2 cups have fallen?
Yep. Good
So
eye.
the proportion is different to the Rider-Waite as well. You know, interesting. Okay. 6 of Cups. So cool. And that's a little bit like the 6 of Pentacles, isn't it?
They seem to like mirror each other, the masculine and the feminine. The masculines are very similar and the feminine cards are very similar.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I find that interesting.
Okay. The 7 of Cups.
I love that. I
That
love it.
person definitely looks like they've had one too many. Like
right?
Staggering, you know? Okay. 8 of Cups.
Oh.
I know.
Wow.
I know. And what I suppose, yeah, in the Rider-Waite, they've got a staff, haven't they? As he's walking up the mountains, but the cups are the mountains here.
Yeah, and this indicates that he's moving towards something that's almost Holy Grailish.
Yeah, yes. Okay, 9 of Cups. That person's very sort of in control, I would say.
Man, that is beautiful.
The 10 of Cups. Isn't that gorgeous?
Body language again. Oh, that's beautiful.
I know. It's amazing. It's lovely. And then back to the pages. So we've got the Page of Cups, little blonde girl. No surprises. The Knight of Cups. They're blonde.
Oh my God. I just realized the hair color and the eyes and everything are very similar to the way I learned court cards as what people look like.
Okay, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, she's very blue-eyed blonde, and then you know the king is.
They just
So
the kings all look.
They are all of the minors, and as I say, the court cards are all, in a sense, you've seen one, you've seen them all. So you'd have to work at that. So, are you ready for the majors?
Oh, sure. I don't know. This is going to be cool.
Yeah, these are really, really cool. And I think this is where you do need the book, because some of these you might think, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Do you know what I mean? So, okay, so here is the full. So you've got your butterfly, it's just gorgeous, and you've got your white flower there at the bottom.
Oh, wow. Oh, and I see. Okay, wow. This is not a beginner deck at all, because there's no words or indication of, you'd have to know the order the cards came in, or you could throw the words out altogether, but you want to know your tarot before you can do that.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody picks that up, they would not know that necessarily. I don't think, apart from that was the Fool. You'd want to check in the book, wouldn't you? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Equally, the Magician.
Oh, see, now I love that for the Magician.
Yeah. Yeah, it's magical. It's you know, it's got the what is it? Mythical creatures, isn't it?
Yeah, and the colors of the roses and lilies built right in for the purity and passion.
Yeah. It's really, really not obvious, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's yeah. Okay, here she comes. So that is the High Priestess.
Wow.
So you've got the moon there. So that's, I'm glad the moon's been acknowledged there, because I think that's a really important aspect of her. And all her knowledge.
What does it say?
I can't read
In
it.
the pages of the secret book lies
Oh,
the key to your inner look. This insight is a true gaze, the wisest light to guide our days.
oh my God. I've just had to put my
Wow.
glasses on to say that. Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Okay. Brace yourself. Here comes the Empress.
Oh.
I know. It's really Mother Earth, isn't it?
Yeah, and I love the way that the mountain or the hill on the right actually indicates like it looks like a breast.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, I was thinking, is she going to say what I think she's going to say? I thought, that is exactly what I thought. It really is like the planet is our mother, and it's nurturing us. It's
That
amazing.
is
It's an
beautiful.
absolutely amazing image.
Yes.
So although this is the transparent tarot, and the fact the deck's transparent is its kind of unique selling point, I actually think the choices of symbolism also make it an incredible deck.
I have to agree.
Right, now, get this for the Emperor.
Oh.
It's like commerce, isn't it? It's cities, it's, you know, buildings, it's kind of achievement. The Emperor
Humanity.
is nature, and the Emperor is
Humanity.
progress, or what, if
Yeah.
you look at it that way,
Put the
depending
two
on how.
together.
Good idea.
Wow.
Oh my God! That gives me the chills to see that.
Wow.
Oh my God, isn't that just extraordinary?
It certainly is. Oh
I've
my
got a funny
God.
little urge. I've got a funny little urge. Wait a minute. Just off the cuff.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just sticking a little page on there, and suddenly it's like, you know, this is for our children, isn't it? It's like this world, we need to look after this world so that our children have a future, you know,
And it
yeah,
sings of balance.
yeah. It's amazing, this deck.
Wow. Holy crows.
That's what I'm saying. It's more than just some gimmicky, transparency thing, you know? It's more than that. A lot more than that. Now then, this is going to throw you your favorite card. Ready?
Yeah.
The Hierophant.
See that? That's one enormous tree. It's been there for a long time. That speaks to me of wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
roots.
Okay, so what if you had that with
I'd call that the Four of Cups. Sorry. That's the first thing that went into my head. Wow. She's not looking at the wisdom that she has gained from the situation that she's
yeah,
under.
yeah. So if you put her there with the Hierophant, it's kind of like it says one thing, you know, but if you put her there with, say, the Magician, you get a different feel from her, I think, with the Magician. You
It
almost,
almost feels like she will rise again.
yeah,
Wow.
I know. I mean,
Oh my God, I gotta
I think
play
you
with
can have a
this
lot of
deck.
fun, like experimenting with this deck, like, you know, see how it feels with one thing. Well, I mean, that's tarot full stop, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not cards in isolation. That's the point. Okay, so now we've got, here it is, the Lovers. Simple.
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah, very
Damn.
simple. Okay, so now we have, oh God, I've gone blank. What comes after the Lovers?
The Chariot.
Of course. I went completely blank. It's because I didn't recognize it. Yeah.
Did they drive through your living room?
Sounded like it, didn't it? Yeah. On their chariot.
Oh,
Um,
I'm leaving that in. That's funny.
that's a kind of interesting one. I mean, I know you've got your two sphinxes on the main one. Is it saying you have choices? Is that
There are a lot of people, especially recently, that see the Chariot as being at odds or having choices,
Mhm.
and not knowing which choice. I see him as more taking charge than at odds. I see him as being able to marry the duality and work with it. So I would read this very different because the two horses are so complete. They're even different colors. They're completely at odds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, probably quite a lot of food for thought there with the chariot. And now, this is where she's gone with the kind of the alternative version of the traditional deck. So she's got Justice at 8.
Oh, I like that. And I like that one side is water and the other side looks like fire.
Oh, right, yeah. And it's balanced on the sword.
See, that to me, this particular image, this image, when you look at the justice card in the Rider Waite, immediately law, fairness, this and that comes into mind. But this card just my brain just exploded with balance, which we mostly pertain to temperance as balance, but this is showing balance between passion and emotion and intellect. It kind of almost represents all of the elements, showing how, we have to take every day with nothing out of whack.
Mm. And I think it's interesting that it is the sword, it is the intellect in this case that is holding it up.
Yeah,
Kind of like if you make the right decisions, your life could be balanced.
that's beautiful. I
Yeah.
really
Okay.
like that.
I've got to say, this is maybe, possibly, the greatest hermit I've ever seen.
Let's see him. Oh,
It's just amazing.
ah. I want to see another card in it to see if that's like, maybe this is how you find the path to that light.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get you to choose a card. I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna put a minor with it, all right, Sharon? And
Okay.
I'm gonna muddle up my I've got them in 4 piles at the moment. So I'm muddling up the order. You don't know what I'm doing. So choose a number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
4.
Okay. And I'm putting some behind my back. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you say right hand or left hand.
Left hand.
Okay. And I want you to say, I'm twisting them around. Top of the pile or bottom of the pile?
Top of the pile.
How many from the top?
3.
Okay. Ready for this?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
It's
I'm not being funny. This whole experience right now is giving me goosebumps.
Oh my God. It's like it's right in front of her. She's just too bound up to go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Mandy, we got to play with it. Yes, it's going in the hat.
Yeah. I know. It's
Wow.
amazing. I've muddled up my cards now, good and proper, I'm telling you,
Oh,
right? Okay, that's right.
take you a year to put them back in order.
It took me a long time to put them in order for today, actually. It was like, I was thinking, oh my God, right. Okay, the wheel.
I love it.
It's so simple, isn't it?
Oh my God.
And it's got all the kind of like the colorings of it. It just feels like I think I've got it the wrong way up. I think it's supposed to be like that. I think the 10 is meant to be,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel it kind of reflects seasons and cycles and things like that, the fact that it's got those colors in it.
Yeah.
So there, the strength card, it's a female lion. I think that's interesting. And it's, and yeah, you've got that hand. It's very gentle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I actually think a female lion is more suiting because the females are the ones who do all the hunting.
I was going to say, aren't they meant to be more dangerous, the female?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
So that's the strength card. And now we have, oh, this is gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. Oh, see, I really like the cocoon way more for the hanged man because of that waiting period to become something beautiful than I do for death.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It's lovely.
Ah,
Right. Talking of death, here it comes.
ooh.
That's interesting though, isn't it? Because that thing, what's it called? A scythe.
Scythe or Sith?
But,
Scythe.
but it's always there in the Grim Reaper, but also it is used for farming, isn't it?
Yeah, for sustenance. Like in this instance, like you said,
Yeah.
it's reaping the wheat.
And we forget, like when you see the death card and you see that tool that he brings with him, you actually do forget that that has other uses.
I love this for sustenance. I love it for reap what you sow. I've
Yeah.
never felt that for the death card before, but
Yeah.
wow.
You're like this. Temperance.
Ooh. Oh.
It's interesting because I'm not sure when Emily, I'm just going to have a look in the book when Emily did this deck, because it's a few years old now, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a hard time getting hold of it. I got
Let's just see
lucky.
if there's a date of it. 2008.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it's like 13 years since it was published, but I think rainbows have come to sort of mean a lot more in the last 13 years. Do you know what I mean? Than when she did this.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is so very Golden Dawn as well. And
I
in
know.
this deck, I would see justice as balance, and I would see temperance as blending.
I do think of temperance as blending, even with the original deck. And
Yeah,
yeah, but I think it is more obvious in this deck. I totally agree.
man, that is incredible. And working together to make that rainbow.
Yeah. But think of the rainbow like now and what it represents. I mean, like very much so now. It's recognized, but it's recognized mainstream wise. You know what I mean? As meaning things to do with the gay community, but also with the National Health Service. It's the rainbow is the symbol here since COVID.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But pull
Yeah.
it back out. I think that this would be good for just, everyday type issues, but I think this would also be very, very relevant to the LGBT community
Of course.
because the masculine and the feminine working together for
Yeah,
a unity.
yeah, exactly.
That they're not something to be separated or made into a, yeah. So I love the way that the tarot can grow with the times.
Totally. It totally can. Um, this is amazing. Ready? The
Yeah.
devil.
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
I know.
Ah, man, she is good.
I know. What a fantastic choice. It's like you are completely chained into this, aren't you? It's so simple and so strong. Yeah. And here it is, the tower.
Ah,
Wicked. It's brilliant.
it's perfect.
I know.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not gonna play with it until it comes out of the daggone bag. But once it comes out of the bag, Mandy, I am playing with this deck like
I
you will
know.
not believe.
I know. It's great. It really does deserve this flip through and this kind of just going through it. So here it comes, the star. Simple.
Oh.
It's simple. I mean, it
This
is. Yeah. The moon.
Oh yeah, can't forget the moon. Oh. Oh, that
I
third
know.
eye.
I know. So what is she thinking? I'm really enjoying my sleep tonight.
But with the way he's so stiff, all I can think of is sleep with one eye open, gripping my pillow tight.
Okay. What is she thinking?
Oh, she's thinking about her date tomorrow with her
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. I know. So cool, isn't it? Or what is she dreaming? Okay. And the sun.
Oh,
I love the face.
yes. It looks like it's real curious about us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
ooh, what are you?
There's a real connection, isn't there, between the sun and the moon?
Yeah, put them together.
Yeah.
Almost a little creepy.
Yeah. It looks like the other way around. I wonder if it makes a difference having the sun on top of the moon. Yeah.
Seems more natural, but I am a Leo. So,
Mhm. Okay, so judgment.
oh, that is the Phoenix.
Yeah. And he's up there at the top of the card, isn't he? So it's judgment over whatever else kind of, happens to come up with it. Like if you had that was the drunk.
Now, does that mean like, because the Phoenix always rises from the ashes? Every 100 years, the Phoenix dies and then
Right.
it's reborn from its own ashes. So, would this card be saying he's crawling up from rock bottom?
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is as well, when you're blending the cards like this, I mean, you might know that you laid down, let's say, for example, you laid down the Phoenix first, and then the next card that came up was him, and he went on top of it. So the order you lay them down might dictate how you interpret. But on the other hand, if you were just going for the interpretation, it shouldn't really be all that relevant which was on top and which was underneath. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to play with them because the
Yeah.
order might have some,
Yeah.
Might have to do with the blend. Maybe he's hit rock bottom. Oh, put that back. Yes, there. He is rock bottom, period. Down in his cups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, that
Oh
is
my
the
God,
story, isn't it?
Mandy.
It's the absolute
Yes.
story.
Wow.
And it is kind of like, you know, it's time for your light bulb moment, mate.
Yeah. Wow.
And last but not least, the world.
The simplicity of that just blows me away. The simplicity and the complexity of it,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense. Ah, God, that's beautiful. Okay, I really like this deck.
I know.
Only
I like
thing,
it a whole lot more now we've done this flip through.
the
Not
only
that I
thing
didn't
that
like it, but I kind of I feel now quite raring to go with it,
me
actually.
too. Me too. Although I think I'll still be shaking in my boots if it comes out of the hat for the
Yeah,
reading in the
not the
dark.
easiest deck to shuffle. And again, the big burning question that we didn't kind of answer is it readable in reverse? So let's have a look. So I'm just going to choose a random, choose 1 to 5, a pile of 1 to 5.
2.
Pile number 2, okay. Choose a card from behind my back, like which pile?
Let's go right.
Okay. And top or bottom?
Bottom.
How many?
4.
2, 3, 4. Okay. That one reversed.
I think that's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. Okay. That's definitely readable in reverse.
A division, yeah.
I will choose a random card. I know what the pile is, but I don't know which card it's going to be. So okay, I've chosen an absolute random card to put on top of it, and I'm going to go reverse. I'm going to do double reversals.
Oh, yeah, that's readable. A huge argument.
Yeah. Yeah. Huge argument, kind of like a complete mess. And what initially appeared to be the perfect couple can't agree. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a reversible
Oh,
deck.
yeah, it's a reversible deck.
Let me just have a look in the book whether she gives reverse meanings. Not that I would go by her meanings, but that would suggest whether her intention was to read them upright or reversed.
Okay.
No, she doesn't mention reversals, like in the not that she's giving keywords, she's giving like descriptions.
I like that, actually. And probably guidelines on how to actually use the deck, because it is very unique and meant to be used together with layers.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to really read it, but it's not obvious that the intention was to read in reverse. But I don't see any reason why you couldn't read these cards in reverse at all.
Me neither.
I've got to say, looking at all the examples that she's giving, because she's got examples of spreads, and in the examples, the cards are all upright. But we will be reading them in reverse, Sharon.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I don't see any particular reason why not. So, like, for example, she's got a Celtic cross spread, right, you know, which we've done a million times, good old Celtic cross, the standard spread. And then she's got one called the triple layered Celtic cross spread.
See, that's I need to play with that after we do the reading in the dark, because that's
yes, because she's saying, yeah, rather than interpreting this standard reading, let's use the transparent tarot to its full advantage and add another 2 layers to this.
Yeah.
I think there is probably a limit to how many cards on top of each other would be effective for a blend.
I'd start with 2. I'm curious to see what kind of spreads would be really conducive to reading with these as well.
Yeah.
But I would have to start with two. I wouldn't want to explode my poor head trying to go with three.
Okay,
Um,
so let's say that that was an actual reading. So the two friends have fallen out. They've had a big argument. They cannot kind of come to an agreement, right? Okay. So what is the advice on this? I'm just doing a random card, okay?
wow.
Go away on your own and really think this all through.
Yeah. See what words you've said
Mm,
that hurt, what words they've said that hurt, and both of you take responsibility.
yeah,
There's no blame to cast. That's what I'm getting.
right, okay.
The being swords, that's a lot of hurtful shit was said.
Mm,
Things
mm.
they had bottled up inside.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
I love. Oh, I hope we get the freaking transparent deck for. Oh my gosh. This thing speaks to me.
Do you know what I might do? Because I really enjoy doing the circle of advisors.
Yeah.
I might just for now, because it took me so long to sort them all out, I might just for now keep my majors out in order, because I think this would be a very nice circle of advisors, because you do it with the majors and then you lay the minors on top.
Okay, we got to do that.
We have. I'm
Oh,
coming back on camera.
okay. Okay. I'm with you.
This has been quite an amazing deck of the week. I hope you've made it through to this point, because I think of other decks of the week that I've done and I've really enjoyed quite a few of them, but I think of certain ones that I've done, and you know which one I'm talking about, that's been really disappointing. Decks that have been raved about, and it's kind of like they're bland, they're kind of, it's kind of like really you're trying to squeeze blood out of a stone to kind of get the deck to speak to you. Not this deck. Not
This.
this deck. This deck is really special.
And I do think that we would have to spend some time with the courts to
Yes.
really get the subtle
If
nuances
all
of
of the
them.
cards were on the level of the courts, I think it would be quite a bland deck that's just a gimmicky thing because it's see-through. But I kind of think once you start to blend the courts in with other things, that's going to make. I think they'll start to speak.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that because the deck is intended to be used as a blend. So
It's
I
not
think
intended for one card readings, really.
mm-mm. And I keep looking at that little spread we did. That's phenomenal.
So if anybody watching this video, first of all, if anybody watching this video owns this deck and has done readings with this deck, please comment on this video. I mean, maybe we're open to kind of constructive criticism, absolutely. But, tell us how you got on with the deck, and if the deck worked for you and whatever, or if you use it all the time, any tips, please, please, please. We are available for readings. We do our, we've got a Patreon, but we do 4 events a month, one of them being Reading in the Dark, which is where we're going to kind of expose ourselves, and we're going to put this in the bag. It may not come up, but once it's in the bag, it stays in the bag. So even if it doesn't come up this month, it may come up next month. And when's that? It's on the 3rd Monday of every month, isn't it?
Let me pull that up and see. I think you're right. But
I'm pretty sure it's 7 to 8 p.m. UK time.
yep, the 3rd Monday of every month, 7 to 8 p.m.
Yeah, if you
UK time.
be in the audience for the Reading in the Dark,
Yep.
do come along for that. And we've got loads of other videos up, hundreds, literally.
Literally.
And I think this stands out for me, actually.
I'm that trepidation of having it come out of the bag, and I'm really not going to study it anymore except through this flip through until after it's come out of the bag. But
Yeah.
it's also an excitement of, wow, I can't wait to play with this deck, even if it is in public. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, Sharon, and thank you everyone for watching it, and we will see you next time. So yeah, enjoy this deck of the week. Transparent Tarot. We'll put the link up to buy it. I haven't actually checked if it's still available to be bought, but it is called
it just became available again. The only place I could find it on, it may be on Amazon now, but the only place I could find it on for under hundreds of dollars was on Barnes and Noble.
Oh, okay. How much was that roughly?
It was $56.
Okay, I paid about that. I'm looking here. I paid $60 for this when I bought it a few years ago. So it's a special deck, let's be honest. Emily Carding, the Transparent Tarot.
That's amazing. Bye.
Bye for now. Bye-bye.
Thank you for engaging with us. Please like, subscribe and share. To book a personal, in-depth reading and to learn more about our incredible courses in tarot and astrology, please visit our website www.thepomegranate.grove.com.